Hi, it's Yuri. Let me ask you something. Do you hear about this? If you want to take an island, burn the boats. Of course. And today, I want to share with you some tools that will help you to go through any challenge in your life. And let me talk to you not as a holistic doctor and transformational coach, but as a person who also live life and have challenges. Because this metaphor about the island is very powerful. But what I learned from life and from my experience that sometimes we choose the island, sometimes we not. Sometimes we burn the boats, sometimes life burn it for us. And I don't know what exactly challenge you have right now. Maybe you go through divorce. Maybe you have bankruptcy. Maybe some betrayal in life of partners and people who you love. Maybe some health challenges. Maybe you lost somebody who you love. All of these, it's very important challenges in our life, because sometimes they can freeze us. Sometimes we try to escape, hide, or just fight. And in many cases, we just don't know what to do. So I know that you going through something right now. Maybe you have few of these challenges in the same time. Because all of that I mentioned, I also experienced in my life. And I want to focus you on one challenge that you are have right now, that you're going through, and take it as this metaphor, as an island. And which one you want to pick up. So this workshop will helps you as much as possible. Because the tools, no matter how many of them we have, when we will implement them for us, this is will working because it will become my tool. No matter what Yuri tells me, no matter what my mentor, coach, trainer, my parent, or partner, or my friend, because all of that it's somebody's tool. Even if they use it for life and it's working, it will never work for me. It will never work for you if we will not make it ours. And I will share with you a little bit of my story, but I want you to work with your own one. And I remember when I moved to Phoenix, Arizona to create new life, it was my decision. I decided to do that. I quit my job. I'm arrived, take a lease of a car and apartments and everything to build new life. It was my decision and my choice. Of course, it was a lot of uncertainty, but I choose my decision. It was my decision to make this choice, to choose this island. And after 8 months, we planned the trip. It was bonded with my studies, and my spouse, she agreed to go together. So I book everything. Our son's supposed to go with us. And in the last moment, she canceled it. And I go by myself. And I went by myself. And after a few days, she stopped answering my calls. I not be able to see my son. It was very challenging. And when I came back, I figure out that she moved out to her family and she took furniture. And I don't want to make this story about relationship and workshop about relationship. It's not about that. It's about the situation when you choose the island, and after that, when you arrive, you face that you are standing on another island that you don't choose. So, if I will ask you right now, in which situation you are dealing with right now, how you feel about situation itself, and most importantly, what do you tell to yourself? Because this is a very important challenge. And let me move on because it will be few slides. So you will not just stare in a talking head in one slide. I prepare for you some of them because all of them important. And the actions that follows also very important. Not only just the event itself, because the meaning what we give to this event, this I called second challenge. Because the first challenge, I'm arrived, I figure out that that's it. I face the reality. So uh, my life will never be like it was yesterday. And you feel the same in this state in your challenge. Maybe it's your business falling apart, or maybe you're facing health challenges and you create a story like I did. And we can stuck in that state. We can think a lot about why it's happening and why now. And we start searching for answers and we will never get them because it's happens already. And why I called it second challenge? Because after event happened, the story that we create, the meaning that we give, it will empower or dispower us. For example, my teacher, Tony Robbins, said, if you will stick to thought, life happens with me, you will have less influence. You have less control because everything happens with you. It means there is no influence, there is no control, and you become like a victim more. And of course, your mind will create in a story because of these thoughts, and we'll find a lot of evidence of it. You know how it happens. And another story that we can tell, why it happens with me, it means why it happens for me in my life. It's still, I am still a character in this story, but I am flipping from it happens just with me to it happens for me. So if some meaning here and I can learn something about myself, my life, people around me. If you're going through uh, challenges in business and some betrayal or losing some funds or properties, and it can be some kind of lesson. And you can say, like Yuri, it's much easier to say than do. I know it because I lived there. So the question here, how much your story empower you right now or dispower you? Because facts, it's one thing. Story, it's a second challenge. And just make sure that your story that you're telling yourself are helping you to move on. Because you can stuck in fear if you will think about this situation that this is the end. I'm not be able to do nothing. What if I will try something new and it will never works again? This is will be the trap that you can continue responding like fight, flight, or freeze, and there is no constructive way you not be able to see the light in the end of the tunnel because you will not even looking for that. You will searching how I get to this tunnel, why I get to this tunnel, who put me in this tunnel, and your focus will be not for solution. You will, and your brain will stuck in it. And I don't want to stay long here because you already have an answer if I will ask you right now. What kind of story you telling yourself and feel this state? Because of course we will have a balancing, like some kind of fear, some kind of uncertainty, some kind of victim mode, like that it's not right, it should be different, that people should act differently, that person shouldn't die, or something like that. My body can't do like that to me, or my God. If is that direction only, this is a trap. If you notice that you can have a fear and at the same time you focus yourself, you choose to see situation how it is, not worse than it is, but really how it is, you have a much better chances to find the pivot ground and from that moment looking for real solutions that will help you. And this will be another tool. In my case, when I face reality and I understand, okay, no matter event is already happening, no matter how much I will think about what I should do differently, how I can prevent it, and all of that, I focus on what I can right now feel about myself, about this story, about situation, to create empowering belief for my actions. Because it's not even about creating plan yet. It's about state. And believe it's something that you are know that it will happen. You don't know yet how, but you know that you guide it. You tell yourself, I'm a person who will find the way. And you are training your nervous system to get out of reflection mode, out of fear, more to creation. And this is for we train this state from which belief comes from. And before we face reality, we are dealing with meaning. We find the meaning that will helps us to move on, to create empowering future that I don't need to know everything. I just need to know that I will find the way because I'm guided, because I did it before. I want to ask you right now, how many times you was in challenges and you make it? And you can say, Yuri, but it was not like that. This is like, you don't even know what I'm going through. I feel you. And even without details, I know how it can feels when you think like, that's it. I don't know. Do I be able to make it? And this is a fear question, human question. But we need to switch this question. Who I need to become to move on? And this is a different identity. This is how you are focus yourself to become every day more and more that kind of person who will make things happen. And next one, very important. Burn the boats, right? Sometimes we burn the boats, sometimes life doing that. And in this story, when I share my story, you see both. When I make a decision and choose the island, I burn the boats, quit my job, and start making everything that will work for my new family. After that, new challenge, new island, and boats are still available, and I can stay there without even landing to that island completely. What does it mean? It's not about we know that reality will never go back, but we can coming back in our thoughts, and it will get us even deeper to emotional loop that maybe it can turn around differently. Maybe I can try to fix it. Maybe I can put something together, and it will be stuck in the past. Because when some events it happens, when we try to fix that situation, we will stay on the same level, and in many cases it will getting worse because we believe in something that not already exists. And I am not somebody who will tell you what's right or wrong. I just sharing with you some tools that I learned from my teachers, that I have from my experience, and that what I did in that moment. I focus, okay, I will not have any more family that I'm dream about because everything changes and I face it here. And I'm not living in this story why it happens with me. I turn it why it happens for me. And of course, turning situation and telling myself, I don't know how, but I will find the way. I'm guided. I feeling purpose in it. And I make a decision. I want to be for my son, and I want to find the way how to make it work no matter what happens between me and my ex-spouse, and what happens between us in our relationships. Now it's another stage, and I burn the boats from the past story. And it gives me energy. It's released something. So what kind of boats are you able to burn right now that you will not waiting going back, or somebody will come back, or somebody will fix it for you, that something miraculously will change it? And you know, many people can stuck in that stage. And I don't say that we don't need to feel anything and just move on. Sometimes we can have grief. Sometimes we can be in pain a little bit. But I just telling that we are moving forward. And one of the actions, we need to burn the boats about the past. Learn from it, have gratitude for some things, and also making line on a sand, like I heard from my teacher. So we start creating new reality from that point. And the next step, we're not thinking what if. We're not thinking about how I can find some resources. We're thinking about one thing. This is what I did. This is what I learned. I need to create a resourceful state. From that state, I will be able to find resources. You know how it works, right? Do you have this experience when you in the state when you will be able to find solution, right people, right tools to move forward? This is something that you're working with strategies with some goals, with some steps, with like observation, with looking for solution, looking for some mentors and some communities. This is why I am part of community. This is why I'm creating other communities, because this is how we be able to build something in the situation when we are right now with resources that we have. not waiting for perfect time, for perfect situation, for perfect people around us. Do you have these stories that people wait too long in some situation, and after that reality hit them, and they telling, I, I, I was, it's my fault. I was too long in this. I just recently spoke with my client. She's mother of three. She is also moving to another country with her husband, but they facing right now a lot of challenges, and it's hard to create something new based on something that never will happen again. It's hard to move forward when you're looking on the mirror, on the back mirror. It's impossible. How you will be able to even move forward, how fast you will move, how confident you will, how certain you will. It's impossible to do. Because of that, we're looking straight. From that moment, we can build something and we can focus on ourselves. What kind of person I can become? What kind of solution I can find? You create new identity of thinking, of emotions, of state. And this is something that helps your mind learn that you are capable of because you will build some actions. And this will be a little bit, but right now I want to ask you what you can build right now. For example, if it's bankruptcy, if you go through betrayal, what kind of sources you can right now find in yourself to start something new. Maybe another startup. Maybe go to some event. Maybe to meet some people in some communities. Because you know that if we will reflect that everybody act the same way, everybody will betray me. It will be a trap. And multiple times, in different situations in life, when you really believe and you're moving forward, you will find what you're looking for. The right people for your team, right tools for execution, and everything will be from this state when we're talking about resources, resourceful state, you will be able to find right solutions. And if something will didn't work, you will just reorganize and find another tool. And this is not something about doing 27 things at the same time. One action, one tool, one connection. Somebody say, yeah, this is already three things. Yeah, this is true. But it's should be not 10 and 20 because we will not be able to focus on something. So this is what I am learn, and I'm inviting you also to do that. To focus on something that you can do right here, right now. If you're dealing with some health challenge, you have some diagnosis, for example, and if you will focus on it, it will be much difficult to get back yourself some influence, some power of influence, some put together some little action that will helps you and help your body to regenerate, to create new opportunities. It don't mean that you are just quit from any kind of support of hospital and doctors. It means that you create in your environment, first of all, emotionally, mentally, and physically, that you can do today to help your body recover. And this is how you focus on things that you be able to influence, that in your area of control. You many times heard about that. This is time when you will write it down, focus on it. Use ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, Google, no matter what. But this is a time when you are not looking for many tools, some specific super solution. You focus on few things today that you will execute and you will see a result. And after that, you are go to another one. In my case, I find solution how we are resolve everything in the legal way. Now we co-parenting. But the hardest part was not like dealing with that thing. It's also because I didn't have a support um, of my family. I mean, like I still don't. But my decision was stay with my son and be a appropriate co-parent. So, and it's needs time to build it. But I have already decision and I build it from my end as much as I can. Rebuild my business, showing up with different workshop, supporting people in profits and not profit. This is uh, comes from decision, empowering future from state and some actions that can helps you on an everyday basis, step by step, create the reality that leads to new identity, and new identity leads to life that you want. And the next step, very important, evidence, because our mind will re-ask ourselves, okay, what we did, how it works, it will work or not. And of course, we need to have some examples. We need to have some coaches, have some friends who achieve it, some some mentors, some community. But without our actions, we will not get evidence that we are capable of. This is why a lot of people, even when they find the right strategy, right community, right mentor, they still didn't believe that they be able to make it because they don't create evidence on everyday basis. They try to find heavy lift, you know, when I will get there, it means I be able to make it. But this with these little wins, how I will make it. Another example, I spoke recently on the call with a lady. She's like, "Oh, I don't want to end up like my mom, like a lot of surgeries, and it's a horrible like I saw about my grandparents, about my family's history, and I see what's going on with me. I'm not 20 years old anymore, even not 30. I see what's happening right now in my body. I already visiting doctors. I'm already using some pharmacy. I don't want to go like that anymore. I don't want to even look at that future when I am living like that, continue living like that the next 5 years. And I ask her, okay, what a kind of evidence you can create next 24 hours that you will tell yourself, I'm on the track to help my body getting healthier. And she said, I need to find another app. I asked her for what? To track different things and like calories and foods and my workouts. And I asked her, okay, how long you already on this track looking for new app and how often are you are active physically? And of course, because she stuck with the app, she not be able even focus on more little things. And I asked her, what about starting your day? with supporting thoughts, with empowering beliefs about today, what I can do, and pick up simple actions. Drink glass of water. And you can say like, Yuri, it's so simple. Yes, but how many people do that on everyday basis? Waking up with a smile, telling that I will do my best today, just today, and drink glass of water, and telling yourself respect to your body, to your mind, spirit, some kind of gratitude and simple actions. And they are stacking. Of course, different tools may be important, but not so much. The evidence we can start creating with the little things. And in my case, when I go and when I went and file some papers, when I sign up for another program, when I hire a coach, when I start spending more time as a single parent with my son and create step-by-step plan how I will at the same time build my business, find some funds to pay my bills, part-time job, and all of that things starts being more and more clear. I don't have any unique formula or any guarantees. What I know for sure that I have this day, I have my state, I have my belief, I have my decision. I'm looking back with gratitude. I'm not stay there. I'm focusing on now. And now, of course, I'm looking forward to my goals and dreams that I want to. Even sometimes we can use this tool, write a letter to your future self. This is what I did multiple times. And that moment also was like that. And the little steps matters because they show you your mind, your nervous system, your belief system that you acting today. And you are not trying, you're actually doing. So if I will ask you what kind of evidence you can create today in your area, no matter which challenge you're facing right now. And you know that your island, it's not your identity. Your challenge that you're going right now, it's not your identity. It's temporary state and focus on who you are becoming when you're going through it. And you can tell me that it's easier say than do. I face reality. I have my experience. What are you talking about, Yuri? I'm not somebody who will coach you. You make a decision. You choose how you want to live. Your next month, your next year, next 10 years. And this is your question when I want you to stay longer. What kind of direction? What kind of evidence? You make a decision to make, so you will not wait anymore. You will not sc scared anymore. You will not negotiate anymore. You will create these important tools and you will go through your situation right now that you're going with faith. You create a belief. You will burn the boats and you will take an action that will help you to make it through, to break through and create life that you want. and let me know, please, how it goes. Reach me out. Let's go through this together. Because no matter which challenge you're facing right now, the pattern very similar. And I'm here with you to support you. So one more time, which decision are you making today to rebuild your life, to take this island? And I will be happy to hear from you. And of course, I don't want to leave you just with this workshop. I want to support you with some pivot ground, and I prepare ultimate reset guide that will help you to put together 5 life force tools. And it's free. You can just grab it and do it by yourself. It will be another tool that you can use. There is no sales here. It's just supporting tool and connection. And if you're hungry and you want to go deeper, I have a community and you can join. And it will be community with people who going through different challenges, but they have a decision that I will make it. I don't know how, but I will. And we're surrounded by people who have the same mindset. They're looking for tools, they're looking for solutions, they're looking for opportunities. And you can come and see how it works for you. Jump maybe in 30-day challenge, state control challenge. This is how I name it because it helps in any area of life. When you are have a state that you be able to influence your breathing, your thoughts, your emotions, your body, and you just stay calm under pressure. And you can try 7-day free trial. Reach me out there. Tell me how it feels, what you like, what you don't like. So it will be possible to improve. And after that, you will decide, are you leave or you stay? This is about your decision. And I will be happy to support you because I know how it's hard sometimes to create this belief, to burn the boats, to take action. And I will be happy to see you on another side and hear from you your story, how you win, how you get your island, no matter you choose it or life bring it to you. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to my channel and feel free to chat me to ask any question. And if you want to share this channel and this workshop, please feel free because somebody maybe need it. And will be helpful. Like I get the support, I remember back of the days. And I'm continue doing so. I'm not uh, walking alone. And I want to say to you that you are also not alone. See you soon. Bye.